Picture yourself at a funeral, the air heavy with grief, and the flicker of candles casting shadows across mourners' faces. Suddenly, the silence is shattered by an unexpected sound, a heartbeat, echoing from within the coffin. The unimaginable happens. The person believed to be dead awakens. This isn't just a scene from a horror movie. Such events, rare as they are, have actually occurred throughout history, leaving witnesses traumatized and questioning the boundaries between life and death. Today, we delve into one of these shocking real-life stories, exploring how such a terrifying mistake can happen. Throughout history, there have been rare but chilling cases where people were mistakenly declared dead, only to wake up later. Sometimes, these incidents occur in hospitals, where medical staff are certain of a patient's passing. Other times, they happen in morgues or even during funerals when families are gathered to say their final goodbyes. The shock and confusion that follow are immense, as loved ones grapple with the reality that their grief may have been premature. In this video, we'll explore the most famous modern case and the disturbing science behind how such mistakes can occur. One of the most famous cases in recent memory happened in Ecuador in 2023. Bella Montoya, a woman who suffered a suspected stroke and cardiac arrest, was declared dead by medical professionals. Her body was transported to a funeral home, where she was placed inside a coffin for her wake. Hours passed as mourners gathered, grieving her loss. But then, something extraordinary happened. Strange sounds began emanating from the casket, causing confusion and fear among the attendees. When her family opened the coffin, they discovered Bella was still alive, breathing and moving. Imagine the emotional turmoil in that room. Family members who had been mourning Bella's passing were suddenly confronted with the reality that she was alive. The atmosphere shifted from grief to disbelief, then to panic and hope. The incident quickly made headlines around the world, not only because of its rarity, but because it taps into one of humanity's oldest and deepest fears, the fear of being buried alive. This fear has haunted people for centuries, and cases like Bella's remind us that it's not just a myth, but a real possibility. Fear of being buried alive is one of humanity's most primal anxieties. Historically, it was far more common than many people realize. Before modern medical technology, determining death was not always straightforward. People worried about premature burial, and stories circulated about individuals waking up in coffins or graves. This fear led to the invention of safety coffins and other devices designed to alert others if a person was mistakenly buried. Bella Montoya's story is a modern echo of these ancient fears, reminding us how fragile the line between life and death can be. How does someone get mistakenly declared dead? Medical science has advanced, but errors still happen. Sometimes, vital signs are so faint that they escape detection. Conditions like catalepsy, coma, or certain types of cardiac arrest can mimic death, making it difficult for even experienced doctors to tell if a person is truly gone. In rare cases, people may appear lifeless, with no detectable pulse or breathing, only to revive hours later. Understanding these medical phenomena is crucial to preventing such tragic mistakes in the future. Medical errors can occur for a variety of reasons. Sometimes, equipment malfunctions or human oversight leads to a false declaration of death. In other cases, rare medical conditions can mask signs of life, making it nearly impossible to detect a heartbeat or breathing. These mistakes, though rare, have profound consequences for families and patients. The medical community continues to improve protocols and technology to minimize the risk, but stories like Bella's show that vigilance is always necessary. Cases of mistaken death are not new. Throughout history, there have been numerous stories of people waking up in morgues or even graves. In the 19th century, the fear of premature burial was so widespread that inventors created safety coffins equipped with bells or breathing tubes. These devices were meant to alert others if someone was buried alive. While modern medicine has reduced the frequency of such incidents, the possibility still exists, as Bella Montoya's story demonstrates. Safety coffins were a response to the widespread fear of being buried alive. These ingenious devices included mechanisms like bells, flags, or breathing tubes that could be activated from inside the coffin. If a person woke up after being mistakenly declared dead, they could signal for help. Though these inventions are mostly obsolete today, they highlight the lengths people went to in order to protect themselves from this terrifying fate. Bella's story is a reminder that such fears are not unfounded. Modern medicine has made great strides in accurately determining death. Advanced monitoring equipment, improved training, and strict protocols have reduced the risk of mistaken declarations. However, rare cases still occur, especially when unusual medical conditions are involved. The story of Bella Montoya serves as a cautionary tale, reminding medical professionals and families alike to remain vigilant and aware of the limitations of current technology. Catalepsy and coma are two conditions that can mimic death. In catalepsy, a person's body becomes rigid and unresponsive, with minimal vital signs. Coma, on the other hand, can render someone unconscious for extended periods, sometimes with barely detectable breathing or heartbeat. These conditions are rare, but when they occur, they can lead to tragic misunderstandings. Medical professionals must be trained to recognize these states and avoid premature declaration. Cardiac arrest is another condition that can lead to mistaken death. When the heart stops beating, vital signs may disappear, but in some cases, resuscitation is possible even after several minutes. Medical staff must carefully assess each situation, using advanced tools to detect any signs of life. Bella Montoya's case involved suspected cardiac arrest, which contributed to the confusion and her premature declaration of death. Hospitals have strict protocols for declaring death, including multiple checks for vital signs and confirmation by more than one medical professional. Despite these safeguards, rare mistakes can still happen, especially when unusual medical conditions are present. Bella's story underscores the importance of thorough examination and caution in every case. Families and medical staff must work together to ensure that such tragedies are avoided. Families play a crucial role in advocating for their loved ones. When a death is declared, it's important for family members to ask questions and seek confirmation. In Bella Montoya's case, her family's attentiveness led to the discovery that she was still alive. Their vigilance and willingness to question the situation made all the difference. This scene highlights the importance of family involvement in medical decisions. Bella Montoya's story quickly spread across the globe, capturing the attention of media outlets and the public. The incident sparked discussions about medical errors, the fear of premature burial, and the need for improved protocols. People everywhere were reminded of the fragility of life and the importance of vigilance in medical settings. The story became a symbol of hope and caution, urging us to learn from past mistakes. The emotional impact of such incidents is profound. Families experience a roller coaster of grief, shock, relief, and confusion. Medical staff may feel guilt or anxiety over the mistake. The community is left questioning the reliability of medical science. Bella's story is a reminder that emotions run deep in these situations, and support is essential for everyone involved. Incidents like Bella Montoya's teach valuable lessons. Medical professionals must remain vigilant, families must advocate for their loved ones, and society must continue to improve safety measures. The story encourages us to question assumptions and seek clarity in every situation. By learning from these rare but impactful events, we can prevent future tragedies and ensure that mistakes are minimized. The science behind determining death is complex. Medical professionals rely on a combination of vital signs, neurological assessments, and advanced technology. Despite these tools, certain conditions can still mimic death, leading to rare but serious mistakes. Ongoing research aims to refine these methods and reduce the risk of error. Bella's story highlights the need for continued scientific advancement. Public awareness is crucial in preventing mistaken death incidents. Education about medical conditions, the importance of thorough checks, and the role of families can make a difference. Bella Montoya's story has inspired conversations around the world, encouraging people to stay informed and vigilant. By spreading knowledge, we can help ensure that such tragedies become even rarer. Bella Montoya's story is both a tale of hope and a warning. It shows that mistakes can happen, but also that vigilance and advocacy can save lives. The incident reminds us to trust but verify, to ask questions, and to support each other in times of uncertainty. By embracing both hope and caution, we can navigate the complexities of life and death with greater wisdom. As we reflect on Bella Montoya's extraordinary story, we are reminded of the importance of vigilance, compassion, and scientific progress. Mistaken death incidents are rare, but their impact is lasting. By learning from these events, supporting families, and advancing medical science, we can reduce the risk and ensure that every life is valued. Thank you for joining us on this journey through one of the most shocking funeral stories ever recorded.